Good morning. I'm from Berghaus. I'm the head of design, and I'll just try and click on this and see what happens. Cool. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit today just about design and really the value that brings to our business. As was mentioned earlier, we no longer manufacture in this country, so everything that we do is done from the UK to create product. We're heavily invested in design and development, not in the manufacturing anymore. That's something we have had to divest from just because of the fact that manufacturing in general has stepped away from this country. So talking about Berghaus, the brand, one of the most interesting things that constantly comes up is everyone thinks we're German. Nobody realizes we're actually British. Even fewer people realise that we're from here, and that it's across the road on Dean Street, the LD Mountain Centre, is where the company was started. Now, I think it says something for the confidence we have in Britishness in general, where sometimes we don't really want to shout about it. First of all, we like the glamour and the allure of something that comes from somewhere else. If I told you it was designed in Sunderland, it's not really as aspirational as telling you it's from somewhere else. So when the company was started in 1966 by Peter Lockie and Gordon Davy, they sort of thought, well, we're making our own products. How are we going to do that? Well, German companies at the moment are making the most interesting outdoor products. Well, if we give it a German name, instantly it becomes aspirational, and people think that this is an interesting product to become involved with, and I'll give that a go. It's glamorous, it must be from abroad. The fact is, it was initially made upstairs at the top of the shop, so, you know, from small things come much bigger things. Now, today, globally, well, as I say, the design and manufacture is done from Sunderland, but as a company, we are number one in the UK in the outdoor market. We're heavily invested into Asia. We have in South Korea over 40 stores. It will be 50 standalone Berghaus stores by the end of the year. We have a distribution agreement with China and 200 standalone stores by the end of the year. We have a distributor in Japan that's put us into over 100 stores in Japan there. The Asian market at the moment becoming one that's most interested in the outdoors. Across Europe, every major territory has a distributor or an agent working on our behalf. Sorry, actually it is agents, there's no distributors in Europe. Even down to Australia, we're sold there the same way we are here. It's a huge operation, and it's all designed from here. So there's a team of people that are working just purely on how they're going to design product that best suits a global market. Design creates a competitive advantage. I think this is something that for us as a brand is really important. We need the design. It's the one thing that's going to take us forward. It's the one thing that will help us stand apart from all of our competitors, and it helps drive sales at the end of the day. We're in a recession. That's the one thing. It's the one bad thing to talk about in design is the recession, because generally speaking, the first people that are going to lose their jobs are designers and architects. People stop making new things. They're not interested in new products. They retract and say, well, we've got this, it worked already, we'll just make more of it, and we'll make it a little bit cheaper so that they'll buy more. Retailers also will start to retract to the brands that they actually know can sell well. So where we are a big brand in the UK, we're doing much better than we ever have. Our order book just closed last month up 17%, which is crazy for the market we're in, but we're trusted in this market that we can deliver the goods that will sell in a recession. So it's even the shops start to go to what we know. Everyone retracts. Customers need confidence though when they're going to go in. People aren't going to spend as much money as they were maybe 6 months before. They might just buy one jacket, but they want to buy with confidence from a brand that they feel is still striving forward. So in a market like this, it really is about what is the value that design brings. Well, I think the iPod's probably the best example of a designed item. When this came on the market in the first time round, Apple really were just another Me Too company that made a computer that was slightly different and odd compared with the PCs that were selling everywhere. But then when the iPod came along, it was suddenly this sexy little product which was really interesting and different. And what it had was a gleam effect where people started buying laptops from Mac again. I think it's the best example of where by doing something interesting and different, it stimulated their core business. So for us, the team at Berghaus, that's what we really have to do, is design products that are aspirational, that will drive at the core of our business. The team today had to write this down because to figure it all out, but I think 18 designers are working on this current collection we've got. That's across clothing, footwear, equipment, packs, and graphic support, sampling in-house to create the best possible product. So in terms of designers, it's a huge team that are just concentrated on making the next collection. It's the one area of the company to add that we're actually investing in. And a point I should have made earlier is the fact that when this company was bought by the Pentland organisation, one thing they generally would do is take a brand and move it down to London to their headquarters. But it was felt that, from a design point of view, Berghaus's competence lay in north of England and the fact that we were from here. So they said, we want to keep you here and invest in this area. So anyway, this is the sort of imagery that we go out and promote our products with. It's dynamic, there's risks being taken, it's aspirational, you're in the snow, you're hiking, it's dangerous. But what does that do? Well, 80% of our turnover only comes from 20% of our product. This is, what you see there is part of that 80% that does not do any business for us. But what it does is it helps drive this. This is not the sexiest or most aspirational product, by far. But every year we sell over 100,000 of these. No worries. And we're finding the orders are going up in a recession at the moment on this particular product. It's our #1 piece. That said, though, if we didn't have this imagery, if we didn't do the products that sat around that created this allure that we are a brand you can trust if you wanted to do those sorts of things, we wouldn't have that business. When we design products which are exciting and vibrant and actually make you want to go out and spend your money. That helps drive the core of our business. Now, when I'm thinking about design, as a company, it's something that's at the forefront, but we have to bring new design, we have to bring excitement. We were the first brand to be working with Gore-Tex back in the 70s when we went into doing waterproof clothing. We've designed products which have been iconic in the outdoor market, which meet the end user needs. This is something called the Yeti Gator, so it's designed for people that are going to be going hiking in the Andes through snow and mud and all the worst possible conditions, and it's one of the most protective gaiters in the market. Still today, this product, which was designed, I think, early 80s, is still sold, and it's still better than anything else that's on the market. It's also things like our packs. We've come up with innovative systems which we've designed, we've created, we have own the IP on that, and it is driving value into our brand. What we get from this is things like, when it goes to magazines, they'll write things and say, this is really interesting, this is really good, we'll give this an award, we think that's the most fantastic pack for going walking in the hills. It builds a bit of interest around the brand. Our customer wants to know that we can be trusted and that we are one of the best brands to do this type of product. In turn, ISPO is the world's largest sports trade show, and as that, they also run awards for each category in terms of who in the market has the best possible products in different categories. We've won so many of these over the years for all the different types of products we work on, which, when you add that together, it actually helps us because we have a point of difference in the market that when they go to trade shows, there's a pamphlet handed out saying that we are the people that are at the forefront of this new idea, that we have a technology that nobody else has. Again, they're going to come in, they're going to look at that and go, that's fantastic. Look to the right and go, but that jacket there is also quite good for my market, so I'll take 3 of those bags and then I'll take 20 of those jackets, because I know I can sell those jackets, but that'll look really good in my front window. That's all coming from design. That's the value that is added by design.